Eamon Khan here for Seconds Out with one of the most exciting fighters in Britain and the world, Joe Joyce. I make sure to say it every time I speak to you, Joe. How are you doing? What are you playing at the moment too as well, Joe? Are you playing on the PC at the moment?
Yeah, playing a bit of FF7 remake on PC, so I'm just waiting for the release for the updated game, the second disc, I guess. But yeah, good. I like the introduction again. Thank you.
It's always warranted when it comes to you. Are you going to get the new Dragon's Dogma as well? Have you seen that?
The new what? Sorry,
Dragon's Dogma 2, big release coming up.
Oh, I'll have to check it out. Yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3 as well was really good. I just completed that. It was a real good game. Don't know if you've seen it.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'll check them out. Yeah.
Check it out. And I know that you're a Destiny player. You got a Destiny this weekend against Kash Ali. Talk to me about the fight against Kash.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good fight. I think he hasn't really, it'd be like he's got some good skills. So he's shared rounds his sparring, and I think he's a good fighter. But I'm coming for the victory, for the road to rebuild and that. So I'm aiming to knock him out in style and not just get a good victory. And I think he's got he's a tough fighter. He's good. I think he's I'm not underestimating him. So I think I'm excited to get back in the ring.
Completely get what you're saying, and also I got what you're saying when you were saying on the press conference that been watching a bit of Resident Evil. I know about the double tap. That might be a reference that maybe what me and a few others have got. But the biting aspect, is that something that you're cautious about heading into the fight, because you're going to be looking to put on a lot of leather? Do you feel that pressure might cause him to do something crazy that he's been known to do before?
Yeah, because I was actually there when he was fighting who is it?
Price.
Huh?
David Price.
Yeah, David Price. Yeah. Back in the day, and he was actually doing well, but obviously he got frustrated and resorted to biting. Where he's I don't know, was he looking for a way out? But I'm sure it's something he's not a fond memory for him. So I doubt he'll repeat it. But I'm prepared anyway, just in case he does.
What's the key to victory for you in this fight? Do you have to be the same old juggernaut, Joe? Have you tweaked a few things heading into the road to getting back to the top?
Yeah, I'm always learning, and I feel like I've been in this sport for a long time now. I've got some great experience under my belt, and I'm looking forward to getting back in there and showing you I'm still here, showing you all I'm still got what it takes to be at the top level, and I think it's only a matter of time before. Anyway, I think I'm still capable of getting in some big fights, and maybe one day I might get a world title, because I was so close with it before I fought Zhang. I had the WBO interim that was not much closer I could get with the belts being tied up. So we're finally going to have the undisputed, and maybe then there's going to be some more opportunities to get in some big fights. So I'm just keeping sharp in the gym. I've had a good camp, had enough time since Christmas to get back in shape, and I'm excited. It's exciting job. I've done my camp in the UK, so it's been a little bit more challenging. I've had to do the chores and stuff in my flat, but I aim to get a knockout win in this fight and look good again, and people will realise that it's not quite time for the Juggernaut to retire.
No, indeed, definitely life left in the Juggernaut. I just wanted to ask you, saying that you're doing your camp in the UK, has that included Salas? What's the relationship going forward with Ishmael being in your corner?
No, I've always had a good relationship with Ishmael Salas. He's been there from the start. Also, Steve Broughton as well. He's always been there, and I'm doing the camp with Steve Broughton as my main coach, and Cam as well. It's like the UK crew, UK team. There's I've got a great relationship with Salah, so I'll be out back in Vegas again for the bigger fights, and probably bring Steve again with me. He was there last time for the last camp, and he's always been around. He's a great trainer himself, and he's it's good. We can there's a lot more. We're a similar age, and we work well together. So I think it's I've done some great work in the gym, and I'm still improving. I'm still learning, and I've got a point to prove now, and I'm excited to get a good victory.
Boxing fans, boxing people within the industry don't like it and see it as bad form when sparring footage is released regarding heavyweight fighters or any fighters in general. That was released between you and Martin Bakole, at least what it appears to be. I wonder how you felt when you saw that and the part that was picked from the sparring, as it wasn't the full sparring.
Yeah, I don't like. I got kind of bit by even answering his thing. But why is he putting it out there? It's not good practice. I mean, he's trying to make a name and get some fights, but it's, I don't know. Like it didn't show the second half of the footage, because there's no second half of the footage, because he started didn't like it to the body and that, and had to pull out in the end. So mate, I'm like, I don't really want to give him the time, like the air to fucking, because that's what his plan was, to doing this, releasing it in the first place. I think it's bad practice to like leak sparring footage and that. I don't really agree with it.
Is it a way for him to maybe try and make a fight with you, do you feel?
Yeah, or get his name out there, but it's just it doesn't, like, I thought he was a decent guy, but it ruins my opinion of him.
Joe, moving forward, last weekend we saw Zhang and Joe Parker. Joe Parker getting the victory over Zhang after he was knocked down twice. Bit of a weird triangle between you three. You beat Joe Parker, Joe beat Zhang, Zhang beat you. I just wonder how you feel off of the back of that, maybe kicking yourself a little bit, that could have been you, I guess.
Yeah, it was kind of bittersweet, like watching it, and I just felt like I could have done better in the first fight, and obviously the second fight was like I tried my hardest, and Zhang got great confidence with that. But in the fight, watching it, it was good to see Parker took a big shot to the nose, and and Zhang wasn't really looking for it. He was just, I guess, confident in his power that he would like get him eventually, but he didn't do enough to win the rounds, and they got a rematch. So let's see how that goes. But I think congratulations Parker. He's done great in his last two fights, and he's young and hungry, and he's doing really good. I think there's loads of fights to be made. There's obviously the rematch with Parker and Zhang. See how that goes. I'm eagerly awaiting the undisputed fight with Fury and Usyk finally. And AJ obviously had a good knockout against Ngannou, but I think Ngannou, he's a good fight. I think he should stay in boxing. I think he started that from young, and I saw, like, watching it back, he went southpaw, and that's when Joshua nailed him like right down the middle. But I think boxing's an exciting time to be a heavyweight boxer, especially with Turki Al-Sheikh, His Excellency, like putting on these Saudi fights as well. That's made it. You made these fights happen. It's a big show, but equally there's big fights here in the UK and America still. So I'm just excited to get back in under the lights and get a nice victory fight. It's back to work. I've done my stuff, and this is like, built myself way up to the top of my fitness and my abilities, and I hope to get a good win and showing everyone that I'm not ready for retirement yet.
If you could make one fight, which is a rematch, including Dubois, I know that you won that fight, what's the one rematch that you'd like to make?
There's the Parker rematch, there's the Dubois rematch. Even I'm not. Do I want to fight Zhang? I don't know if I'll fight Zhang again. He's got like a bit of an awkward style for me. But there's plenty of fights out there, rematches as well. I'd like to see how Hergovic does, if he's going to fight next, because he's got the IBF, and he's up there, number one in the IBF. But right now all the titles are being held up, so once they're like they shake free after the undisputed, then I'm confident in my abilities as a good heavyweight. I'm top level heavyweight, and I need to show that how good I am on Saturday night.
Absolutely, you are. Joe, just a few more questions for myself. You're someone who's got an interesting perspective on Ngannou because you'd sparred him before all this boxing stuff had happened. I wonder what your reaction was when you saw him essentially, flattened by Joshua when he landed that big final right hand.
Yeah, there's like some conspiracies going around, like he didn't get hit, but I think I watched it back. I don't know what people were talking about. He got like, especially the shot he got finished with, but Ngannou. Yeah, I was surprised. I thought it'd have gone. Like at least like a few more rounds. Like on paper, I thought that yeah, I thought it could. But yeah, he just Joshua showed it for the boxing that you can't just come in and like beat the top guys. So I guess that's good in a way. But I think Ngannou can come back, and I'd like to see him against some other fighters and stuff. I've shared the room with him sparring and that, and I think he, especially how well he fought with Fury, even though like Fury apparently didn't sleep for 3 nights before and that. So, but
think of that.
Well, I don't know. Well, it's coming out now, but yeah, like everyone has their good days and their bad days, and I think. Yes, it's exciting. It's entertaining. There's big fights still to see and still to make. So I'm happy as a heavyweight. There's like plenty of opportunities and for big fights, and even on the domestic scene, like it's some good fights as well. I'm looking forward to the Wardley Fraser or Fraser Wardley as well, and the domestic scene. Got my teammate Sol Dakers, and there's this big fight with Guido Vianello and I can't think of his name at the minute. Come and help me.
I'm not aware of the Guido Vianello fight, but I'm sure he's in a good fight.
I can't think of his name at the minute.
Joe, let me move your focus to one last thing though. Off the back of how Joshua and Tyson Fury fared against Francis Ngannou and Joshua's recent resurgence and Tyson Fury's apparent decline, people are now changing their perspective, as they do in heavyweight boxing, and saying that if Fury and AJ were to meet, AJ would knock out Tyson Fury. Where do you stand on, if the two were to meet, who would be your money on?
I've changed my mind. Like, obviously when Joshua's on the way up, I thought like definitely Joshua beat Fury, but then Fury beating the way he's come, I changed my mind, and I was thinking of Fury definitely. Now, and especially with Joshua now with that big knockout, I think it's a 50-50 fight, and you never know until they, how good the camp's gone and like how they're feeling at that moment in the fight, and if things are working or not. I don't know. There's so many variables. Like you think a fight's going to go a certain way, and it goes a completely other way. So it's only till they actually both put pen to paper and sign the contract and get in the ring that we can know for sure. And it's a big fight, and I want to see it. After Undisputed, I think there's a rematch with Usyk and Fury. So yeah, hopefully it's going to happen like before they get, before we get too old and it's too late.
Joe, once again, one of the best fighters in the UK and the world. Looking forward to being ringside for your fight this weekend. Thank you so much for speaking to Seconds Out, sir. All the best.
Thank you.
Good man.